All right. Hello, my dear friends, and welcome back to Road to Vostok. Now, as promised, we are going to go through, and this episode it's going to be listed as so. This is going to be our figuring it out episode, rearranging some things, making space, and just generally souping. How would you say? Souping up. Yeah, souping up our cabin here. We are in a fairly good spot in terms of food, water, meds, etc. Firearms. We have no shortage of firearms. We do have a shortage of ammo, though, in comparison. We have a decent amount, but not a decent amount when it comes to... Well, actually, we have a fairly good amount of 5.56 or 2.23. Decent amount of 7.62. We're definitely lacking in that compartment, or that department, I should say. Compartment's a goofy thing to say in that context. So today, we're going to get all of this organized and cleaned up. And this isn't an official episode. We're not going outside or anything. So if you're disappointed with that revelation, I assure you we will be coming back to play Vostok. This is going to become a staple on the show. But yeah, for now, this is just a little walkthrough. I didn't really plan on recording today, but I figured we'd go through and have some fun with this and make our cabin a little bit more homey for us. And to do so, I think we're going to start right here. So we're going to start picking up all these rifles, as many as we can feasibly grab, and start putting them over here on the wall. I figured I'd give you folks an update. I don't know if I think I talked about this. So I really like M05 woodland camo, which is what you see here. And this Kakaro and M05, as well as this backpack, the Jakari, I might be butchering that pronunciation, but these are all made by a company, as well as I'm fairly certain this rig too. Don't quote me on this rig though, but all this is made by a Finnish company called, I'm gonna butcher it. This is Savota or Savata. The Kukaro, this backpack, all this stuff. They are well-known Finnish manufacturers, military manufacturers, and then you have, they do pouches, counterweights, scrims, all sorts of stuff, all in these various patterns. They have a bunch of outdoor and hiking gear, so it's not all military, but there is a heavy focus on the military. And then, when you look at, oh lord, what's this other company called? Skelton. I'm butchering it. I am so sorry. They are the other company that I've been looking at that sell a handsome amount of MO5 woodland. And they're really the only two places I've found any of it online. But I really like the pattern, and I am getting ready to make a nice little investment to my Finnish friends. I believe in investing in the Finns. They're doing it right, especially when it comes to militaria. Got a hell of a lot of interesting military gear. So we are now in furniture mode. This table is coming with us, and so is the sofa. I'm gonna pick up our carpet. I have no idea where we're going to put all this stuff. We need to put the freezer down, first and foremost. We do indeed need to put the freezer down. And I am half tempted to put the freezer in here with my bed. So if we pick this up, hold on, let's get out of this. We'll pick this vest up. How big is the Nomad vest? Or the Nomad bed, excuse me. It is not big at all, but for one reason or another, it is not snapping into place. So what? Oh, okay. Interesting. So let's rotate this just a wee bit, hopefully. Okay, so this goes here. Question mark, question mark. Oh, for Christ's sakes. It's so close. You are so close to being where you need to be. Okie dokie. Ah, yes, very good. So, what benefits? Okay, it is the same exact amount of sleep. So the civilian bed does not inhibit us, or it does not give us a bonus to sleep whatsoever. I was worried about that with this. Since we already made the Nomad bed, we're going to use it. And it's going to give us, it's going to offer up a little bit of space, I do believe, in the long term. So what we're going to do is put the gosh darn freezer down right here. Maybe. That's looking good. Yes. Okie dokie. That is alright by me. Alright, and then we're going to put this fridge right next to it. Here we go. Alright. Not too shabby. Now, they are out of line just a wee bit. Not horribly, though. Not horribly at all. Now, we have more cabinets. We have office cabinets, yes. These go right on the wall. Are they meant to go right on the wall? I don't know if they know where they want to go. Where do you want to go? Are you meant to be... You're meant to be a ground object. Okay. You are a ground object. Okie dokie. Where are you gonna go? Trying to maximize, not really, we're not min-maxing anything. We're maximizing the potential for the space that we have been allotted, and that's gonna start. Oh, holy hell! That is a big ass table. Okay. What do we have? This fridge needs to go down. It can go right next to our other fridge. And I'll be very happy with that. Yeah, that is perfect where it is. This locker is cool. This metal shelf is cool where it is. I'd like our nightstand to be in here. Perhaps it can go here. Ah. Jits. Okay. What about this guy? What does this look like on the ground? Oh, that's not bad. It's not bad at all. I mean, we live in a shack in the woods. It's, you know, comfort and whatnot is subjective, extremely subjective. So we have to put this down to get whatever the MP5 that I've placed inside out. So let's do that before I forget. And then we'll go back to here. And honestly, I'm going to pick up this stool and place this nightstand. Okay, I can't. That's my sleeping bag. Yes, and then we'll put this nightstand here, and it'll function as a drawer. Yes, very good. Now that pleases me. That pleases me greatly. Okay. Now what is next? It's a little empty in here. We need more paintings. We need more paintings, and that is for sure. This was one of the selling points for me when I was looking at Vostok. And I know that might sound silly, but I love... Hold on. Wait a second. You can't go on the wall? Oh, no. That is a great sin. That is a great sin. No wall carpet for us. That's fine. We'll have to put it on the ground. But, yeah, when they were like... Oh yeah, we've got a fully functional interior design sim built in to our already rockin' kickin' game. Yeah, I was extremely excited for that. Extremely excited. Now, how the hell do... Okay. I've forgotten how do I bring this in? Come to... Nope. Come to me. There we go. It's the right mouse button to, Okay, hold on. There we go. Ah, yes, perfect. That is perfect. We'll put this other guy here. Okay. Oh, for God's sakes. Yes, I see the problem. It's our jerry can. Thus always to the jerry can, isn't it? So what I'm thinking about doing, gang, is putting some of our stuff, our canned food and whatnot, we can put that out on display. And I would really like to utilize our space in that way. I've seen some pretty cool stuff people have done with Vostok's furniture design, and you know, it made me realize that we're behind. We're behind indeed. One of my favorite things, I remember a couple of years ago when Into the Radius was coming out, and if you don't know what Into the Radius is, it's a VR experience where you play as a stalker going into an exclusion zone called the Radius, and you had like full control over, you know, your backpack, what you brought into the zone, yada yada, all that simple stuff. But it was a total, you know, free open survival experience. And when you came back home out of the exclusion zone, you did have a bed, a workbench, all this fun stuff, and you could organize your things. And some people, myself included, did some really cool stuff with that system. Okay, so this is going to create a little bit of dead space back there in that corner, but for now that is okay. That is suffering. That is a bit of suffering I'm willing to subject us to. It's a little bit of dead space. I'm going to put all this stuff over here in the corner. Yes. And then, and we can just drop things too if we wish. Alright, you guys stay over there. All of our RK 62s and RK 95s. Very good. These are... I'd like to get my hands on one of these. I'd like to get my hands on one of them indeed. I saw a picture recently of some French dudes with Brens that were chambered in. That's awful. That were chambered in 7.62 by 39, which is really neat. They were trying to be proactive and mindful about the areas in which they operate. So 7.62 by 39 is abundant in a lot of their hot zones. So I thought that was really neat. Oh, hell, we're gonna die just hanging out. Jesus. Lord have mercy, do you see that? Alright, we'll have some pears, some peas, juice, and a pea soup, and hopefully this will get us up. So I've been reading a lot about Finnish culture and Finland in general, and food and whatnot, what have yous. I think if you want to immerse yourself in a country that you're unfamiliar with, wherever that country is in the world, I think that the Anthony Bourdain route, patent pending, trademark, etc., that is the way to do so. If you if you want to understand a country very quickly, then eat their food. Eat their food, experience the population firsthand, submerse yourself in the experience, essentially. But specifically relating to, if you drink, have a drink with the locals, or eat the food if you don't drink, like myself. Eat the food, for sure. Eat the food, eat the food, eat the food. And that will give you a much closer relationship and a much clearer relationship with the local population. So I've been reading a lot about Finnish food and culture, and pea soup is very common. Pea soup is extremely common. It's all sorts of fun stuff. As a result of this game in particular, I wanted to look a little closer into some things. Plus, I love the MO5 pattern. So I've been looking at gear and whatnot that I can incorporate into my own gear, and there's all sorts of stuff. MO5 is surprisingly, it will be surprisingly good for concealment purposes in the area in which I live. And yeah, that's pretty cool. So we got this set up, all right. It's not the prettiest, but it's definitely space. We definitely have a lot of space. So what we could do is clear out these cabinets, like this food cabinet, for example, and we could put all of that on the walls. But let's start with our weapons. So we can keep an MP5 in the bedroom. For sure. I'd like it to face the other direction. How the hell do I do that? Is there a flip? Yeah, there we go. Oh, holy hell. It's gonna confuse me. My goofy brain. Papa, how in God's name do I do this? Okay, hold on. I've got an idea. Nope, that didn't work. Well, we'll figure it out. But yeah, pea soup. Pea soup is more common than you would expect, at least here in the States. Pea soup's kind of got a reputation here. So my dad used to, growing up, again, very Polish household. My dad used to make a lot of ham, potato, and cabbage soup, and he'd make split pea soup. But the reason I'm bringing this up is that he would always eat it with exorbitant amounts of vinegar. And now, anytime I have anything like that, I can't not eat it with apple cider vinegar. Especially like when I think of pea soup, my brain or cabbage soup, my brain immediately jumps to like pungent sour vinegar taste. All right, I'll put this MP5 in here, I think. Yeah. Okie dokie. Maybe. Do we like that? Do we like the MP5s in here? I think it's fine for the time being. All right, now we'll pick up all of our RK series. We can actually get up here like so and lay these out really nice. Oh. If you effectively utilize the tools that have been given to you, then you can really be accurate when it comes to placing these weapons down. But me, I'm flying by the seat of my pants here. Meatballs are another common food. Bread cheese, the best cheese of all time, the undisputed champion of cheese is bread cheese. If you don't know what bread cheese is, it is a very mild, squeaky cheese that is essentially it's kind of got a texture like halloumi. Wait a second, am I putting these? No, what the hell? It's got a texture very similar to halloumi. Now, if you never had halloumi, that is a cheese that does not melt. I believe it's Greek in origin. I'm gonna leave this guy out over here. Yeah, perfect. I'd like to mount it over the fireplace. Auntie, are we gonna get mounts moving forward? If not, then I'll just have to accept that. Fresh salad, like a dill, cucumber, onion rendition of a salad, was another common accoutrement I saw to a lot of Finnish meals. You ever realize, like, when you go to talk about something that perhaps you're not necessarily an expert on, which I am not by any mean or any stretch of the imagination, but I realized that I went to go, like, I've actively been reading about this and reading about Finnish food and Nordic food in general, getting a better understanding of it, and then I'm going to talk about it and I'm like, what the hell? It's like you asked me too fast. I hate when that happens because it makes me seem like a phony. I promise I'm not. I promise. Well, anyways, that is that. This looking pretty all right. I'm fairly satisfied with this so far. Now we could throw. Where's our other rug? Did we put a rug down? Did we lose a rug? Oh, there it is. Yeah. Now, why? Okay. I was going to say, why the hell would this not fit here? Oh, yeah, that's a good looking rug. Bread cheese, though, is, if you don't like strong cheese, like, I'm not a big strong cheese guy. I like cheese, don't get me wrong. But I'm not a big strong cheese guy. This is a very mild, squeaky. If you like cheese curds, then you absolutely adore this cheese. How about that? For a good descriptor. Good descriptor. Sometimes, I don't know what your, I don't know, wherever you get specialty cheeses, whether it be like a, what is it called? Drug Emporium. I know they have some funky cheeses. Why is this not working? This is just the damnedest thing to me. I don't understand. But if you've if you were looking for okay, well, that's just strange. What if we can we put one of these down? Okay. Well, this is exceptionally bizarre. Huh. Oh, we just have a bald spot in the floor here, which is unacceptable. We're gonna freeze. Interesting. Interesting indeed. We should put a nice chair in the corner or somewhere. We should definitely have a rolly chair. Okie dokie. See, I don't want it to conflict with... this will be fine. Yeah, that works for me. We have plenty of room to... Actually, hold on. Okie dokie. Oh, come on. Don't tell me it's not going to work now. For what reason? You have none. You have no reason for this not to work. Oh, hell's bells. Okay. It is... okay, it's really, really fickle on where... I'd like it to be canted, like, to at least give the illusion that I'm using it. Okay. Well, that's just gonna have to be where it is for now. Let's get out of this menu before I pick something up. What else did I want to talk about? This beanie is required for us to... oh my god, for us to get a separate shelter key. Which I did not know. I accidentally spoiled that for myself. And now I know. Now I know indeed. So we're gonna hold on to this. I was like, holy hell, we can just sell that. No, that is Punisher's beanie, and it is worth a great deal. A great deal for a reason. From what I have read, we got pretty darn lucky with our Punisher encounter. Okay. Well, we've got all this stuff to get rid of. Not this bandage, though. I would like to keep that. Interesting. See, part of me wants to leave this stuff out. Like, part of me wants to leave it where it is. Part of me wants to start putting stuff out individually. I wonder how... let's do a test run. What do you say? Let's get all the... hold on. Let's get all the peas first. We'll do peas. Alright. Let's go see what we can do. And see if this is worth it, or if this is going to be a absolute pain in the grumpus. Alright. Okie dokie. So we have to be absolutely precise, absolute precision when placing these guys. But it does allow us to do this. See, I love this. I love the concept of this. This would definitely, or could definitely benefit from the snap in place kind of thing. It could definitely benefit from that. I don't know. Do you guys like this? I'm gonna finish up doing the peas. I'm gonna do every set of peas we have in the entire house first, or cabin, I should say. We're gonna do all of the peas, and I know this is gonna open up a gobsmack of room. That's not a proper word for that. It's gonna open up a hell of a lot of room. Gobs of room would have been entirely fine. I don't know why I said that like that. Jesus. Alright. We're just putting our peas in order. Very good. No. That is not how you go, Senior P. No. No. Alright. There we go. Yeah, okay. That's definitely cool. How much room do we have for other nonsense now? We've got a lot of room. We could really organize the... You know what? That's what we're going to do. We're going to organize all this stuff. So I'm going to make a barrier with my items. I'm going to put these here, cold meds down here so we know the difference. Let's grab every set of pears and peaches. Will we do that? Peaches and pears. Yeah, so if you have any interest in Finnish Militaria, go check out Savada, however you pronounce it. I am not being paid to say this at all. They do not know I exist. Okie dokie. Now our peaches are okay. If they all spawn just a little sideways like that, I'm gonna freak out. I'm gonna absolutely freak out. Hold on. Oh, okay. Yep, they all spawn just a little sideways. That's not acceptable. Not acceptable. Exotic quality. Exotic quality sideways canned peaches. Peaches, pears, pineapples. Oh, for God's sake. Okay. We gotta do our peaches first. Okie dokie. Yes, like that. And then, very carefully we can do anything. Okay. And then back like that. See, this is the kind of stuff that I'm always drawn to games for. And it's like, if you don't do the thing, for example, organizing your food stock out diegetically in your world, and rather you hide it all away in your cabinets, which is not like totally it's not an unrealistic thing, to have food in your cabinets. Okay, I'm going to do this instead. How about this? You go back, and then you go on top, yes? Okay. Those have to be a little separated, because I think that guy is a little too close. Oh, for Christ's sakes. Lord, help me. I'm not going to freak out. I'm not going to freak out. So it's click, rotate, click, push. There we go. Oh, okay. We're fine. We're fine. I'm gonna be fine. I'm gonna be fine. You're gonna be fine too. You're gonna be fine too. This isn't... Look, we only have this many left. Only that many. That's not a lot of peaches. Okay, peaches and juice. Oh, Christ. Okay. Yeah, but I'm always drawn to organization like this, and games tend to either through limitations, like they'll despawn your items, which if that happens here, I'm gonna lose it, I think. If I can't handle putting the things on the shelf in order like this, then I don't think I'm gonna react too well to these despawning. But it is an early access game, and you have to take the good with the bad, and hopefully this is gonna be fine. But next we'll do pear, since we're already on a roll. I don't think that went all the way back. I'd like it to go all the way back. Okay, that'll do. That's a little too off for my liking. Okie dokie. Blast. This is riveting content, I'm sure. This is like watching Markiplier play Getting Over It circa 2000. I don't even know when he played that, to be honest with you. My concept, my perception of time is so tremendously altered. Like there's 2016. So there's, for me, there is like moderate sentience, as a, of being a child. Like I have these vague memories of existence, and then there's 2016, and then who the hell knows? Modern day is what it is. My perception of time is pretty whacked. Pretty whack is what I was trying to say. Oh, okay. Well, woohoo! This is riveting. I'm pressing the wrong buttons because I'm getting I don't know what's happening. I can't blame the game. It's myself. I'm the one causing the problem. Okay. So, open your menu. Place. Right mouse button. Rotate. Right mouse button. Forward. Just like that. Alright, I'm going to put these pineapples on there too. These are pineapple rings. In juice. In juice. You guys ever drink the juice out of like the bottom of a pineapple chunks container? If you didn't, it's okay. Not that you thought any different, but it's pretty good. It's pretty good juice down there. I'm actually gonna redo that because it's just not right. There is right and there is wrong. Okay. What is your favorite canned fruit? I would love to know. I think if I had to pick right now off the top of my head, my favorite canned fruit would be pear. And I really like pear. My wife and I just got Bosch pears recently. And they were some of the most phenomenal pears I have ever had. We also had an Asian pear. And I don't know if we did something wrong to this pear by, looking in its direction, purchasing it, taking it home with the intention of eating it. But it was like a starchy potato. And I sure as hell suffered through it. But it was not very good. It was like eating a raw potato. And I don't know if that's because it was unripe or what, but perhaps someone can enlighten me. Do you like Asian pears? Please help me. All right. Nice. Fun fact. The manufacturer that makes our beloved meatballs in a can is also the manufacturer who makes the peas. Very cool. Very cool. A little bit of lore. I came in here kind of with the intention to talk about something. And outside of talking about MO5 camo, I don't really know what else to talk about. I didn't have anything in mind. I just said, oh yeah, I'll chat about something, and that'll be that. But nothing's really coming to mind. I hope this is all right for you folks. It's just a filler episode in the best way. I said we would do this, and here we are. It is pretty fun though. I do like organizing stuff like this. I like to do this in real life. I have canned food store, and I do exactly this, one at a time, very meticulously, everything in order, lined up. So it definitely appeals to that like survivalist part of my brain. I'm a visual kind of guy, and not to say like I'm a total visual learner, or what are the types? You have like lecture learners, visual learners, and then hands-on learners. I'd say I'm a mix between visual and hands-on, primarily. Now, you can be all three, which I am, clearly. All three as well. But what was I talking about? But this is an example of visual stimuli and like having a record of your goods and your wares at first glance without having to like open up a cabinet and do your do your checks. I can look at this very quickly and identify, what I'm working with, right? How much food I have, how much water I have, yada yada yada. Versus it being tucked away and it being a mystery, and a particularly nasty mystery, when I realize that I'm out of something important, or missing something important. Right, we're going to do meat cans next. We're kind of on a roll. In other news, I hope you all are doing well. If you are currently enrolled in school, finals should be coming up for you. I wish you the best of luck in your finals. I hope you do good. And if you are working, I hope your job is treating you well. And if you're not doing nothing, I just hope you were doing A-okay. I hope you're doing well. It's garden season right now. My wife and I just got several plots taken care of for gardening, and that's a good feeling as always. It's always a really, really good feeling to finally get it going. We got a bunch of plants in the ground today, which is awesome. And we're also trying out some flowers, which is pretty cool. Pretty cool indeed. All right, we did successfully make a tower, or a pyramid of meat cans, which is just the best thing. That is just the best possible outcome for us. I'm going to take all these with us, so now we have a fridge open entirely. Would you judge me if I used the fridge to hold something other than food? I'm going to take all this stuff. Ah, yes, very good. I think that's... Holy Christ. That's our food stores. I didn't expect it to go so quickly once we started putting it out. That's another thing, too, is that, looking at it, it's like, holy hell, we've got all this food. And then you put it out, and it's like, oh, we could always use more food, All right, we're going to do pea soup next. And I'm not going to bother with... I am. I am going to bother. Okay, let's get this nice and organized. Neatness is it's just important. It's important to be neat, and it can really be a good thing for you. Organization, and I'm not saying want to be a minimalist or anything like that. I fundamentally disagree with that. I think you should be a whimsical maximalist at best, Okay. We're going to get them. We're going to get them in order. Okay. Hold on. I'm going to take a step back. There we go. But, yeah, being neat, though, and organized is definitely important. Or at least I think it's important. I think it's good for your mental health. I think being organized is something that's overlooked quite frequently. And it's easy to overlook, I think. But it is imperative to not, and it seems like I'm talking like I'm organizing cans right now, and it's like, it could come off as you need to organize your canned food like this in your real life, your waking life, to have good mental health. And it's not that. It's I know it's funny. It's a funny intersection or overlapping, but that's not how it is. Organization could be, like having a calendar, knowing when things are due, being responsible, just generally, not nothing. It doesn't have to be anything crazy. Is all I'm saying. All right, tomates, tomates, or does toma mean tomato in Finnish? I don't know. I don't know, and I wish I did. I do. These are, now we're kind of getting into the nitty gritty here. Like all the juice I'm going to keep refrigerated, which it doesn't matter one way or another, but for the sake of immersion, I would like to have cold juice. I think our Finnish vacation wouldn't be complete without some cold juice. Crackers and stuff can definitely stay out. Actually, we could probably, since these are taller, they might fit better over here. I'm actually going to pick up this tomato again and place, I see we have more tomatoes if we wished. These are ours, because this is the barrier. Yeah, that's fine how it is. Let's take these crackers. Let's start setting them up like so. Okay. All right, we got to take a step back for this once more. Ooh, fun question. What is your favorite brand of crackers? I have started recently eating Wasa brand crisp breads. They're Swedish brand, or it's a Swedish style crisp bread cracker. And I gotta be honest with you. It's changed my life with some jam, and my favorite jam is easily pineapple jam with either habanero or jalapeno bits. Either one will suffice. That is my all-time favorite. Now, if I'm just eating jam regularly and I don't have my beloved at home, then my favorite is blackberry. I like preserves too, quite a lot. So I'm gonna start a tuna pile over here with the meat and the meatballs, just to keep it organized. It's gonna kind of go right in the middle here. Okay. If all goes well. Yes, there we go. Oh, geez. I really wish it would cooperate with me. There we go. You'd think after doing this entire shelf that I might have a better understanding of the systems at play, but it's just not like that. It's just not like that. Okie dokie. Hold on. Oh, is it gonna work? No, it didn't. Blast. Okay. That's fine. Oh, for Christ's sakes, that's not even touching. Oh, that would have been perfect. Lord have mercy, help me. You know what? I'm not subjecting myself to that. No way, shape, or form. No way, no how. Bottled water is surprisingly rare. I mean, these juice boxes are keeping us above water here. I'm gonna eat some of these peanuts too. These don't really seem to do anything for us, do they? Yeah, they drop our hydration, but they put our mental health in a good spot, which is nice. See, we're getting cabin fever from just hanging out at home. You know, honestly, this is looking pretty good. I'm satisfied. Let us, I think the freezer is where I want to put food. Yeah. Let's, organize some stuff in the freezer. Well, see, that's not... I guess it doesn't really matter that much, does it? If I put potatoes in the freezer, are you guys going to stop watching my content? I would hope not. I would hope not, indeed. Soda in the freezer is it's really good to get your soda cold really fast, and then next thing you know, it explodes because you forgot it. And that is the story of my life. It's midnight. Let's sleep. Slept for 8 hours. Pretty good. All right. Now we're gonna have a soda, and okay. Let's see what the soda does for us. Oh, phenomenal. Yeah, we're good. I'm going to put these sugars down at the bottom. I'm going to hold on to those. The locker, we can start putting weapons in the locker if we wish. What I do want to do is take all this stuff that is not meds. If you're not meds, come with me. And then we can put this stuff in here. Yes, very good. All right. Okay, so we do have a secondary med storage area. I'd like to organize these, and since we're here doing this now, I think we are going to go ahead and do that. So I'd like everything, like all like things to be together if it's permitting. So we're going to take all this out. We have all these bandages, right? And splints. So these need to go away, like so. Carrying 2 splints is what we're going to do for the foreseeable future. I'm going to leave that space for another splint. Well, perhaps not. Hold on. We can do it like this. I don't know if I'm comfortable not carrying 2 splint. You know what? I'm going to relinquish a little bit of that control. We're going to carry 1 splint. And then we'll put all of our painkillers in here. Followed by, wait, these are our tourniquets. Yeah. Followed by all these tourniquets. And then antiseptic and balm and saline and all that fun stuff. So we'll put all this down here. No, that's going to frustrate me. Okie dokie, how about like that? Alright, that's not too bad. Nothing. All the good stuff. Still accumulating stuff over here. Food, water. Empty. Food and water. We can put our yeast in here too. Don't really need those. And these will come in handy later when we start our alcohol production. We're gonna get obscenely rich. Obscenely rich. And since this isn't purely, you guys have stayed till the end. We'll come back for this stuff later. Actually, I'm gonna eat these now. We're doing all right on all of our respective fields. We're gonna drink a juice. Yeah, that's good. We're gonna drink a juice and we're gonna get on the road. We're gonna go do a quick raid, just out in the village. go see what we can see, shoot some bandits, hopefully, get a bunch of loot. And this will be, this is a little treat for you folks that stuck around for the entire organizing video. Thank you for sticking around. All right, it's a beautiful finish day here. Oh yeah, and as much as I would love to pronounce some of these, pronounce some of these things, and the Finnish language is a very detailed language from an outsider's perspective. And when I see some of these characters, not that the characters are strange, it's not like a character language like Cyrillic. Ooh, a sauna hat, cool. But there are very long words with multiple vowels, like a shocking amount of vowels. And I got on here and I sound like a goober because I'm like, yeah, I read about Finnish food, and it's, there's meatballs and pea soup. These all have traditional names, and there are some traditional dishes and desserts that I have not gotten into for one reason or another. Flatbreads, there's a shooter right here. Push right here. Okay, I think we're gonna have trouble right here. Alright, we got him. Not too shabby. Okay. That is a dead guy. And we got some tomato and some juice. Pear juice sounds fantastic. Now, where do I get some of that for myself? Oh, war chocolate. That is the first time we found any of that so far. So we're going to hold on to that. Awesome. Awesome find. Thank you, Bandit. Without him... Well, never mind. Thanks for guiding us there, though, Bandit. You may suck, and I may not like you very much, but at least you're guiding us towards greatness. I think it'd be funny if there were a mechanic where we could just pick up and... Sorry, that rooster scared the life out of me. I think it'd be really funny if there were a mechanic where we could pick up and just take furniture out of the game world with us. I think I would like that quite a lot. And it would be really, really funny to see the observer monk here carrying a stove on his back, trying desperately to get back to his cabin. We're doing good so far. I'm getting some good, quick loot. I am being extra mindful and looking at the ground. I hope you're not noticing any performance drops or anything. I can't tell if I'm actually seeing a stutter or if I'm making it up. I have had a really, really busy day, so perhaps perhaps it's just like a distortion, Alright, let's push over to the green structure. We're actually going to run up the hill as well and stop at the campsite. I think we may do that first, depending on if we get shot or not. Okie dokie. Yeah, we're just gonna push on up. Very good. Very good indeed. Check our ammo. Doing well. Doing well indeed. Listen to those birds, man. Holy hell. Birds are cool. I don't know if you folks have gotten into your bird watching era yet, but bird watching rocks. It's so fun. You build this like rapport with your with the birds that they're not your birds, but you know, the birds that come hang out with you. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Every bird species likes different things, particularly like blue jays in particular like peanuts, whereas crows like everything, and crows like bits of meat, and they like fruit, and they like seeds. They'll eat just about anything. They really like human garbage in particular. Okay. For whatever reason, that gunfight kind of got away from us. That was interesting to say the least. Interesting indeed. Yeah, we definitely got messed up there. Took a couple rounds. I knew that there was a dude. I could hear him moving around, but I just didn't put rounds on target quick enough, I guess. Say lovey. But oh hell, birds. Crows like everything. Robins, or cardinals, excuse me. Cardinals really like sunflower seeds. And they all come to hang out, and oftentimes scare each other off, because not all birds are friendly amongst each other. Like blue jays and cardinals are kind of notoriously bullies. Blue jays in particular, but they send out crows are notorious for doing this, for sending out scouts. So a scout will come and, you know, look at what you got. If you have crows in your area, they'll look and report back to the murder, and then the murder will decide whether or not it's worth it. Ooh, look at this gum. Cool. It's a major mental health boost. Yeah, so there's that, and cardinals kind of do a similar thing. But they normally just, they don't really send out a scout per se, as much as they do observe their feeding ground from a distance, which I'm sure is probably more common than I think in most birds. I'm not a bird expert. I feel like I have to say stuff like that. I just feel like it's good to clarify sometimes that I'm not an expert. These are just my observations, in my day-to-day. Ooh, actually, rags can come with us. We'll use those. We will definitely use those. It's crazy. We've gone some pretty far treks, and if it weren't for the big border zone transitions where we're losing 10, 20 points a time in our satiety and hydration categories, then we probably wouldn't eat or drink like at all, right? Or not often, at least. By no means would we be eating and drinking often. So those are kind of good hard-coded points to make us eat and drink, because I know I wouldn't be eating. I'm gonna take this bucket. I want the bucket. What was the purpose of talking about that? Oh yeah, we've eaten more. Oh, Jesus Christ. Hell yeah, dude. Give me those. Those will be great to trade. Oh, and a third. We don't have room for that, do we? We're going to use this. All sorts of goodies on the ground. Huh. We don't really need these rags. I feel weird not picking them up. If we find other stuff, those will be the first to go. I like that we have a crafting system, but we don't have to utilize it too often. I do like to make tourniquets, and if we needed a splint, that would be phenomenal. But thankfully, we've been fortunate enough not to need them. Okay, so we're looking pretty clear. I'm gonna go ahead and push over to Yellow House. Ooh. All right. Inside. No goodies on the ground. No goodies in the cabinet. Not good. Not good. Okay. Kitchen's clear, though, so that's a good sign. Could be a bad guy here, though. I'm going to close this door so we don't get shot. Alright. Well, all clear. All clear indeed. Nothing on the corpse. Nothing there. So when I started playing Vostok again with its early access release, I did mention, and I mentioned this in the first video, like taking it slower and playing at our own pace, not rushing. Holy hell. Okay. I'm gonna get our mental health up to 100 here. Okie dokie. It's just country music. Electro folk. I couldn't tell with the with the image presented. We don't necessarily, hold on, we don't need this. Not with what we've got. So let's make space. Okay. Guess we can drop one of these, huh? We said we were going to drop these. Alright, so you come with me. And then we can pick that hot plate back up. Rock on. I love when you find those stashes. It just makes me so excited. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Alright, we're just about full up. We've got a bunch of stuff for generalists. Actually, hold on. While we're kind of safe here. What day is it? Oh, Christ. Okay, Gunsmith has not returned yet, but there are helicopter crashes out in the wild. It seems like it seems like the game is meant to exist on a 50-day timeline, which is something that Voices of the Void also did, or does. It's scripted events, right, up until a certain point, and then after that, nothing happens anymore necessarily, right? Like all the things that would happen have already happened. So I'm hoping that's not the case for Vostok. It seems like there's potential for it to alternate on a 10-day cycle. But I'm getting kind of nervous thinking about what that's going to look like, because I know that there are a hell of a lot of days in which there will be no traders present. I heard him. I don't see him, though. Okay. We're just gonna... Yeah, especially with the weather getting bad, we're gonna move interior. We'll just fight it out in here. Alright, breaching. By breaching, I mean gingerly opening the door. We don't have a breach function, which isn't the worst thing. I mean, in reality, you don't really want to be breaching stuff you don't have to, you know. And the reason being, you don't want to make noise. Oh, holy Christ! Okay. Man, alive. Okay. I'm gonna shoot. No, yeah. Hold on, we need energy. I'm gonna eat these peaches. I'm gonna eat some stuff. This gasoline has got to be worth more than this rifle, right? So we're gonna drop this. Okay, I just dropped that on the ground. Not what I wanted to do. Okay. Perhaps I can fit a second one. Yes. Of course I can. Alright, all this will come with me. Well, it's really all we can carry. And greed is a good way to get dead. It's a very good way to get dead. But I can't help it. I can't help it. I gotta loot. Got the loot bug. I'm gonna eat this stuff. Take this stuff. Our energy is suffering. See, there's all these goodies. We would miss all these goodies had we not checked. I'm hesitant to leave food behind. Not like we're starving or anything, but I'm definitely hesitant right now. Oh. Alright. So, we have chewed our gum. We have picked up all of our goodies. We're going to get the hell out of here before we get shot. This is kind of a dangerous maneuver here. Oh, God bless. Okay. We definitely took a round. That's not good. At least it doesn't seem to mess us up too bad. I don't know if that shooter's up high or what. No, he definitely came from the forest. Whatever. Whatever. Sorry, I know it's goofy to peek with my body and not my rifle up, but I can't see. I can't see. My, what the hell am I doing? Nope, wrong button. I'm gonna take one of these splints. We did pick up painkillers. I'm gonna go ahead and pop them. I am gonna go ahead and pop them. I'm gonna put the gum up and take this other splint. Hopefully we'll find... that dude's got an arcane 95 or 62, one of them. Jesus Christ. Okay. God bless America, dude. I'm gonna... oh, nope, not that. Jeez Louise, we're falling apart at the seams. Falling apart at the seams. Hold on. Gotta drop all this stuff to pick up our AK. And equip our AK and then pick this stuff back up. To drop this, to pick up the MP5, which I think sells for more. Oh, I'm doing all the wrong things right now. I'm doing all the wrong things. There's a storm moving in. We were just supposed to have a little fun run. Alright, I'm going to, I was kind of hoping to find some medicine. I don't think we're going to have such luck. I'm going to run out the front, and hopefully we can kind of make a mad dash. No, we might have to activate some ranger shooting skills here. And stop and, or sprint, stop and shoot. I am, our PT is gonna save us here in the long term. Run, baby, run. Alright. Alright, we have made it successfully to the generalist. Barely, by the quite literally by the skin of our teeth. Alright. He has no meds either. No, that kind of sucks. We can trade for food though, which is always good. Can trade for food, and we have wall shelves at home. Oh, these are only worth 120 a piece. Well, we kind of made a mistake. Oh no. It'll be fine. We'll get this crap out of our inventory. You can have my gum for sure. I want to trade food. That's kind of counterintuitive. I hate when it does that. That pisses me off beyond belief. Alright. So, well, we just lost all that good stuff. Guess we'll take a cabinet home with us, since we have the option to. What do you say? I really didn't want to take this stuff home. Alright, c'est la vie. We're going to take it home, and we're going to make the most of it. We'll bring it back out with us. He gets restocked fairly quickly, but I want to organize this a little bit. We did need the barrel anyways. I would have ended up selling it had we stayed there any longer. These are actually in really good condition too, so perhaps we just hold off on getting rid of them and utilize them for ourselves. I see that fire lit. That's making me anxious as we're sprinting up towards it. Alright. Oh, pillow. Paul. Alright. Oh my god, how do you say in Russian Polodinske? Polodinske? Polodunsk. No, it's Dinske. Polodinske. Dinske. I think. Krovat I Polodinske. It's one of those. It's something for sure. Alright. Back home we are. Back home we are. I did not expect to record a video, but here we are. We got a, we definitely got our video down. Nice. And we didn't die, which was, you know, becoming that was going to be a reality. Luckily for us, we have survived. Nice. Not too shabby. Well, I think after after that insanity we just went through, it would be kind of disingenuous to get rid of our MP5s, because they've been through so much with us. So I think they're going to get a nice special place on the shelf. Alright. And since this was supposed to be, well, that's okay. You know, I'm doing the best I can, gang. Since this is the organization episode, we're going to organize everything. I really did not want to get injured and have to use more medicine, but that's not stopping our reality, is it? It's funny how stuff like that works. You know, you go out for a simple little fun run, and next thing you know, you're getting shot by combatants. Actually, Tuna's gonna have to get picked up. There we go. Cool, cool, cool. So if these are pronounced in an English sense, then liha. I don't know if that means meat or not. I know, like, in Russian you say miasau, but, you know, Russian is a character language based on the Cyrillic alphabet, which was initially the Greek alphabet. It's a highly modified version of the Greek alphabet, which is something I learned. My wife actually taught me the other day. Pretty cool stuff. But I bring that up because words or characters that you may be familiar with do not make the same noises, the same sounds that they do. I'm going to use this bandage against my better judgment. Not against my better judgment, but I don't want to. I don't want to use the bandage, and I'm going to. I'm going to use these painkillers. Get our health back up. We need, like, exorbitant amounts of painkillers. We could benefit greatly from more painkillers. Alright, I'm gonna put these micros over here. I'm getting a little gunsmith station set up. Alright. Well, that's ugly, but it's gonna work. Look at that. Okay. Alright. Well, a little closer every time. That'll go in there. We'll go put our tuna up. I guess these are just gonna sit in the front for the time being, I think. Nice. Nice. It's the Finnish cabin organizational ASMR video. So this was on everybody's bingo card, no doubt. I'm sure we're all very thrilled to be here. No one's more thrilled than I am, though, because I actually physically get to do this stuff. Alright, make sure all of our pineapples are touching each other. Cool. Hey, that looks good. Looks good. We got all this food up here for us on the road, because God knows we need it. God knows we need it. Alright. Well. That is going to be the end of this video. And I appreciate you all sticking around. I did have a good time recording this. Vostok is the game for me right now that every single, like, anytime I sit down to record, I'm just counting the seconds until we're back in Vostok. And to show that a little better, we are going to start, for the foreseeable future, doing 2 Vostok videos a week. Because I am just enjoying it so much, and I really like it. You know, and I want to show it some love, for sure. It's a blast. It's an absolute blast to play. It's an absolute joy to play. And yeah, of all the games I have in rotation, or like games that I have coming to the channel, this is the one that is constantly sticking out to me. So with that being said, we're going to be playing a whole hell of a lot of Road to Vostok. So, I hope you're excited. If you like this video, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. We have more content on the way as always. Something for everybody, no doubt. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, games you want me to play, videos you want me to make, please let me know down below in the comment section. The comment section is the best way to get a hold of me. I read every comment. If you want to play Road to Vostok for yourself and experience the wonders of the Finnish countryside, that link will also be in the description. And as always, mind the gap, stalkers. Mind the gap. And have a good one.